A couple of days ago, my son, the one I made the video about called The Forgotten Son, he ended up getting a hold of me on Facebook. But it went, because he's not on my friends list, it went to a folder called Other. So I missed it by one day, which is really cool because in the past, I actually missed a message by 4 months because I don't check that folder. But I guess now I will check it every time I go into Facebook. So anyway, in the message, he apologized for lying to me, and I talked about that in that video. He wants to know more about me. He wants to have a father-son relationship, and I tried telling him, he wanted to know why I didn't fight to see him, but the agreement was that I wouldn't be in her life, and there's no way I could see him if I can't be around her. She wanted a child without any attachments to the father, and in return, I wouldn't have to pay child support or anything like that, but I can't tell her how to raise him or anything. In fact, I could see him, but only if I do the rules, which is I could see him if I don't tell her how to raise him. I never try to take him away from her. I never try to influence him or anything like that. I can't take him anywhere, stuff like that, and I agreed on that, but every time I saw her, she would look at me really funny and stuff, made me feel uncomfortable. Like she wanted more than a friendship. And we were just friends, and I say that loosely. So he wanted to know more about me, my past, and stuff like that. And the first thing I thought was, wow, I could just send him the link to this channel and he could see, instead of me telling him and writing it out, let him see the videos and he could see and understand where I've been and what I've done over the years. But then I thought, I don't know. He told me, when I told him, a few years ago, when I first met my wife, I told him that it was an agreement, that this was a verbal agreement between me and his mom, how he became him. It wasn't out of love. We weren't going together or nothing like that. And he said he understood and that his mom had told him. But now he's telling me that he didn't really pay attention when I told him that 4 years ago. So I'm going like, wow, what the heck? I mean, every time my father talked, I listened to everything he said. But anyway, he said he was sorry for hurting my kids, and he told me the reason why, because he was jealous of me raising them, but not him. But again, I ain't supposed to. I keep my word. If you can't keep your word, you're nothing. You're worthless. And so when we made this agreement before we even had sex, I was going to keep it, and I did. And she kept her word too. She never asked for child support. She never asked me to help out in any way, shape, or form because she wanted a child without no attachments to the father, so that way it can never be taken away from her. You see? And it worked up until she died. So, no, I didn't show him this channel, and I did try to just tell him really short on my life. But I told him also I'm scared of him because he hurt the kids and all that, and I've had dreams that he would hurt me, that he's actually killed me. And so I had to be honest, I told him how I felt. And he lied to me, in order to get a ticket to go to the other state. But since I wanted him gone, that's why I gave him the ticket. I wanted him away from my family. So I don't know what to do about him, but right now we're just talking on Facebook. And I guess we'll go from there. He also told me, you got grandkids, that he has a daughter and a son on the way, and but they're not together anymore, and that he's going through therapy, and that the therapist has basically said that he is the way he is right now because he never had a father in his life, that it affected him. Now, and it could have. His mother really should have thought about that before we ever did this. What will the child think years down the road? Will he be upset and hurt because he don't have a father? So I don't know what to do about him, but he says that he's changed, that he is different, and he wants to work out his problems, and his problem seems to go towards me. His mom's dead, so I'm the only one left. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to trust him. I'll be scared when he's around me. You see what I mean? All right. Thank you for watching, and it's just me keeping it real.